Hello, you're watching TechFlashback, a PC gaming and hardware news live show focused on the biggest stories of the past week. I am your co-host, PC Jack, and I'm joined as always by my co-host, Jerry of Top 3 Entertainment. And we've got a lot of big stories to be going over in today's episode. And so how are things going with you, Jerry?
Not too bad. Had a busy weekend. Went to the lake, took care of my nieces and nephews the day after, so I
Oh,
didn't get
nice.
a benchmark. What's up with you? What'd you do?
I had an interesting week. I think you already know why, but
A little bit.
little bit. I was like, obviously, if you're already on the Discord or follow me on Twitter, you probably already know by now. I was going to do a personal update video thing, but I thought, screw it, I'll just do it on the stream. It might be just as easy just to do it that way. But basically, last week I popped the question, and I am now engaged. So, whoop whoop, that went well.
Congratulations, bro.
Thank you. I really
Hey, were you
appreciate it.
nervous?
Um, no, and but yes and no. Only
Maybe
because, go on.
I say maybe nervous is the wrong word, huh? Anxious?
I knew it was going to be a yes though. So
Yeah,
that sounds a bit strange to say, but it's been like discussed like over the years anyway.
yeah.
But still, it's been nerve wracking. But once it was done, it's like right, it's time for a pint, little celebratory pint. But no, so
Did it, I
was
would say that the nerve-wracking part, I think, was the planning, right? Like, did it go exactly how you planned, or did you have to go a little off course?
well, it did pretty much. The only thing was the sort of lead up to when it actually happened, and it was the fact that I actually had the ring like a good couple of weeks before we went, because we went away to do it like up West Wales, which is like about 2 hours from where we are now. And I kept the ring. I've got a drawer right next to me in my office, right here, and it's got three drawers. And I kept in the middle one covered by like it's in a box, covered by some letters, so pretty safe and hard to see. And then I had a message from my now fiance now. This message of course saying, oh, she was looking for some packing tape, and she found some in my top drawer.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, what are you looking at my drawers for? That's a bit.
Yes, I say like the odds that she ever goes in there.
It's like the one time, but no, she didn't actually see it in there, which is okay. But it was still a surprise for her. So yeah, it's a bit of a wild thing. But I wanted to make sure if anyone's watching this or does follow us on Discord or on Twitter or anything like that, they're aware. Just because obviously, like as you probably know yourself, Jerry, things do change and whatnot. Like in terms of how you can schedule content on the channel when it comes to streams, videos, stuff like that. So stuff can get a little bit messy, but I just want to make like it's being transparent is nice with everyone so they know where you're at. And also, when you have news like that, you just kind of want to shout it from the rooftops a bit, I guess.
That and
But
it's not just about tech. This channel's about you as well, and that's obviously a huge part of your life. So why not share it?
exactly, like what did you do? Like, do you sort of like keep it quite transparent on your channel when you were engaged and then getting married?
Oh yeah. I let people know that, dude. Well, especially when they're closer to actually getting married. Um, I let people know that, hey, I'm gonna be very busy, so
Hmm.
the channel might suffer a little. Even though it didn't really, only when I was on my honeymoon. And I was already engaged by the time I made my channel. I think I got engaged like right before I started my channel actually. So,
So if you don't
but
mind me asking, how long were you engaged for?
I think like 2 years, a year, not
Okay,
2 years, yeah,
that's not bad. Yeah,
yeah.
I
Pretty
think that's
much
about the going rate. I think really.
the whole pandemic. I
Exactly.
proposed to her, and then the pandemic happened. I went on my bachelor party in Vegas, literally the last weekend that everything was opened up over here, and
Oh
then I got
wow.
back into town. Yeah, I got back into town and everything just shut down, and I was like, whoa, like,
So you
and she did,
literally like had the bachelor party and then you had to wait another 2 years
yeah,
before you did it. Then.
I,
Oh wow.
yeah, and then my wife, she didn't get to go to her bachelorette party because she was going the week after, and so yeah, I had my that was my first bachelor party anyway, so
Did you have a second one then?
Yeah, the
Oh,
weekend
okay. Well, that's
before.
not too bad. At least you did one a bit more recently, like leading up to it anyway. But no, it was like a thing. It could have happened earlier, but with the pandemic, and also my brother's wedding was fairly well. It was only last year. I kind of didn't want to like step in anyone's shoes
Oh,
a little bit, and also didn't want to
yeah,
worry about delaying stuff because of the pandemic. But no, so just it's getting all going over all the planning now, and I'm sure you know what that's like going through all of that and whatnot. But it's exciting times. So obviously I keep you guys in the loop, and yeah, that's probably my biggest development from the past week or so. Anyway, I would say
how's the
um,
Steam Deck on the trip there?
it was pretty good. I couldn't use it as often as I would have liked in the car, only because it got quite sunny, as you can probably tell, because I'm a bit sunburnt at the moment. Um, so I used it in the car a fair bit, but it was difficult with the sun like glare on the screen. So I haven't got the
Yeah.
anti-glare coating on my one, but it was good. Like I played a bit of Horizon for about an hour, something like that, and then I switched gears a little bit then to play some Hades. But yeah, it was pretty good. And like I said, as long as you don't have too much sun glare on the screen, it's totally fine if you're in the car or something like that. But if the weather was a bit more like less optimal, so say it was a bit more cloudy or like just a bit darker, it'd be like as if you're using it indoors anyway. So, but it was really good.
Okay.
I didn't really keep much of an eye on my battery usage though, which is kind of like
Okay.
the main thing I should have done. But what can you do?
I was say, yeah, it's okay. You get busy. I was gonna say when you returned home, what was the battery like? Do you know?
I can't remember. Literally, most of that day was a
Yeah.
bit of a blur, to be honest.
Oh, okay,
I
nice.
kind of, I did,
That was more important things.
yeah, I kind of got a bit distracted on there. So like, I like started out the day testing it in the car and whatnot, and then like the proposal happened, and then the rest of the day happened with me getting sunburnt while on a boat because we went dolphin
Oh, nice.
spotting, which was pretty good.
Nice. That sounds
Um,
cool.
and
You
then
see
like,
any?
yeah, we saw a couple. They do tend to pop up every now and again. They'll sort of like what they call like breach, where they'll pop over out of the water. There's loads where we went to. And
Well,
there's
he's a professional. The guy that takes you there, he
uh,
knows where they're at.
yeah, he does it every day. He does the trip like multiple times a day, so he knows exactly where
They
he's
know the
going.
code. Yeah.
He knows the guy. He knows the dolphins personally, you know. But so that, and then like multiple drinks, and then telling like parents and stuff like that, the news, and then all that stuff. Like I kind of lost track of most of the day anyway. But yeah, just spotted in the chat. Tech Lab has joined us. Oi oi, nice to see you on the stream. It's nice to see you have stopped by. Yeah, kind of the rest of it was just a bit of a blur, so not much reviewing for the Steam Deck actually happened. I just kind of used it as it was supposed to.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. That's
what,
good.
what can you do? But like,
Yeah.
no. Besides that, if I'm switching gears from that day, I got my Be Quiet Silent Wings 4 review finished on the weekend.
Nice.
Quite happy with that. So I'll be going live on Friday. What
Hey,
else is going on?
to celebrate, you're getting engaged. I got this.
No way. That's class. There.
And then this is the only beer they had at singles of was the extra stout.
Oh, okay. So I think the main difference is if I'm being like
Is this one
being a bit
stronger?
vague. This is the only one I have is the regular like draft stout one.
I know. I couldn't find that one.
Well, as far as
I
I
couldn't
know,
find.
the only difference, try and pour it at a whole like 180 degrees, the entire
Yeah,
can, and that
I'm
way
trying
it's a
not
bit
to
more.
fizz it.
That
I
way
just
when
don't
you
want
do that, it's more like an actual like pint from draft, like
Yeah.
off the tap. But yeah, as far as I know, they're pretty much the same. There's probably a bit the ones I've got. There's a bit more nitrous in the can, which kind of replicates that tap flavor. I might be wrong, but I'm sure that's what it is anyway. But
Yeah, the nitrous ones are sick. I love that idea.
yeah, because it has like it's the little ball thing. I don't know exactly how it works, but have you never had a Guinness before then?
No, and then this one is the
So you're popping your cherry now.
yeah, not too shabby, huh? Good
Not
point.
not bad. You could put a flake in that, you know. But is that
What do you mean by
oh that's a British
what do
thing,
you,
I think. So
yeah,
In America, do you have like if you have an ice cream as an example, and do you have
yeah,
like the flake chocolate?
yeah.
Do you ever have those in your ice cream just wedged in?
Nah,
No, that's the thing in the UK. But when someone pours a pint and there's a bit of a head on it, people will be like, "Oh, you put a flake in there."
Does it make it go away?
No, it's a joke, basically. But
Oh, okay. Did you
no,
ever hear the oil from your nose will make the foam go away?
I heard a thing about you like lick your finger and then poke it in for like Coca-Cola. I
Is
think
that?
maybe. I don't know. There might be
Yeah, they
some
say
rubbish that someone made up years ago.
we'll find out right now. Science experiment. But yeah, they say you rub the oil on your nose and makes the foam go away. I don't know why.
Well, maybe it's a bit late for me now. I can't quite fit my entire head in inside my pint glass. But if you're a true man, you'd go all in and get the froth mustache as well. But
What?
so we do a
Cheers,
cheers. Cheers to your first ever Guinness. I hope
man.
you like it.
Cheers to your first marriage.
First down lonely, I very much hope. Here you go. What's the
Ah,
consensus?
it's not for me, but I'll drink
It's
it.
a desired taste
Yeah.
then, maybe.
Yeah, I've had stout before, and it
Okay.
tastes pretty funky.
Maybe it depends what you're into,
So,
but I quite like. I changed up a little bit from lagers for a while. I've been on a stout binge for a while. But
did it work? The foam's gone.
there you go. You figured it out.
That's weird, huh?
So how about on that note, we get into our first topic for this evening.
Yeah, I agree.
This is one that I've been really keen to get your opinion on because I think you're already familiar with this topic going into it. Basically, it was the fact that EVGA has slashed its RTX 3090 Ti price by $1,000 to just 1149. I can't be bothered to go 1149, but here you go. As it says here, it's 47% below its RRP, which is absolutely crazy. But if we take a little look in the article, it says graphics card prices have been on a downward trajectory for some time, but there's one card that kept its premium price. It's the RTX 3090 Ti, a monster of a card by just about every measure. At $2,000, it was never going to be a card the majority would consider buying, but if you really want one, you can get one for just $1,149. Oh, $1,149. I'm going to mix that up the whole time. The EVGA GeForce RTX 3090 Ti for the win, free gaming. And they try to make a joke, say that 10 times fast in there, but there you go. Originally listed for just over $2,100, has had a full $100,000 drop. At the time of writing,
$100,000 drop.
that's pretty crazy. At the time of writing, it was out of
1,000.
stock, but the higher clock for the win free Ultra gaming is just $50 more. So it's very interesting to see this much of a massive sale on a card that was pretty much one of the most expensive options on the market. And so, did it look like for this sale it was supposed to be like a limited time offering? I'm not quite familiar, obviously, because I'm in the UK. I'm a bit separated from it, but how was it for yourself over there? Was it seeming like it was a one-time deal and then it would go back to its original price?
Was this off the EVGA website? Is that where
I
that
believe
was?
so. I
I
don't
know they
think
were having that.
I don't think it specifies in the article whether they actually do have like a limited offer on it, but it could say on the website.
Yeah, right now, it's showing $14.99 for the 39 or $13.99. Okay, yeah, so it's still not that low, but it's still pretty low. $13.99. But I think EVGA was having a sale for the weekend on all their cards, so
Oh right, okay.
that's why they dropped it down that much. But that's a lot. That's a.
They're
I
still
wish
staying at a pretty decent price in that case, anyway.
I would have bought that card if it was that price originally.
Hmm. Would you? So you're still not quite tempted with the prices at now, where you said about 1,300, 1,400, is it?
Well, my 6800 XT is more than enough for me, so I don't really need a new card
I meant more
for
so for
myself.
for review anyway.
Oh yeah, I will. I already got a 3090 Ti, the Founders Edition. That thing was a beast, and it actually stayed pretty cool. Well, it had a huge fan, and
Yeah,
it
it's
fits.
got a beefy, cooler design on it, so obviously it's going to be
Yeah,
pretty good going, and it takes up
it was,
most of your case as well.
it was chunky. Yeah, it looked nice on my because I got a huge case, so it was a it's a really nice card. I
I guess
actually like
I
this
do
one.
really like the Founders Edition cooler design for 30 series. I was quite a big fan of it. But yeah, so but back to this now. So like what? It's all well and good that there's this sale going on now, which is great. It's great to see cards going down in price and continuing to do so on a lot of SKUs. But let's rewind back 2 weeks ago, where we were discussing the fact that Jay's 2 Cents had published a video explicitly saying buy now, in what was considered a bit of a strange move, if that's being polite about it. And as far as I know, I think he did backtrack on that statement. Well, not the statement, but like the video in general later on. But like, I'm just thinking of those people that watched that video, bought now, and are seeing this sale like literally 2 weeks later. They must be upset, if I'm putting it like softly.
Yeah. Annoyed.
Well, so you should be if you've had someone as prominent as Jay's 2 Cents like say this is a good idea. You should be buying now, given the prices what they're at now. And then suddenly a couple of weeks later, they keep going down, as we've already discussed before, which we knew was going to be happening. And people are burnt out because of it. Now, I just find it really shady, especially the way it came across with Jay. What was your thoughts on it, Jerry? How did you feel about that sort of statement, and then the news we've seen 2 weeks later on pricing?
Well, right now it's pretty bad because obviously foresight. But I mean, if the prices still weren't too bad when he did say to get them, but I don't know. That was a great. What was it? 1149. That's a steal for a 3090 Ti. I definitely would hop on that. But I mean, if you bought it for what? Some people bought it for 2200. I'd be more mad if I was them, I think.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know. At the end of the day, the way it's your money, and if you feel like you can afford to purchase something, then go for it. Don't be mad if it goes on sale.
Now, I don't know what it would be like in the US rather, but maybe those people would be within their return window. Could they then return their cards and then repurchase them at that reduced price? Or are there policies in regards to that?
Yeah, you can do that. And they'll ask you why you didn't like it, and you just say you're returning it because it's cheaper somewhere else. Yeah, that happens a lot, and that sucks. But I don't know, for the people that had it for more than 14 days, 30 days, I guess online maybe, they might be out of luck. But that's just the name of the. I paid, for my 6800 XT, I paid 1300. So I spent more for a card that's not as good as that 3090 Ti.
I still feel like my 3080 FE is the best value card I've bought and will ever buy in like the next couple of years. Obviously, I can't speak for the future, but like, I got my 38 FE for £650, which in US is probably $700. I want to say that is the MSRP for the 3080 Founders Edition, I believe, $700.
Yeah, that's right on the spot. So you got it for MSRP.
I got it for bang on. Literally at the very beginning of like GPU Armageddon, if you want to call it that. I don't think I'm going to get anywhere near as good of a deal on that anytime soon, unless something really changes. Especially, this should have actually been a topic for this evening, but I completely forgot to mention it. Have you been keeping up with Nvidia's report on their Q2 earnings? Have you seen those articles popping up? They lost a lot of money.
$1 billion, or they're under $1 billion of what they expected they're gonna make.
And they seem to say that was like down to like lower sales, which are definitely not tied with crypto.
Yeah,
not at all.
But maybe, I don't know, because they're not pushing inventory right now, right? It's just everyone that wanted their cards probably got burnt out. They realized that they can make do with their cards now until they drop more in price.
I feel obviously there was a lot of demand as well, but there was obviously a lot of unrealistic factors like scalpers as well, which doesn't help. So obviously scalpers would be buying out a higher margin of hardware as well, not just like an individual unit, essentially. And so maybe there's less of that going on, so that's why sales are dropping as well. Crypto's down. A lot more gamers have got their cards now. obviously the like cost of living at the moment, which is not just a thing in the UK, that's a thing in the US as well, with energy prices skyrocketing and for fuel. So it could be a lot of those factors all tied in together, I'm guessing. But if it's anything like what happened with Nvidia's last earnings calls, where they actually reported earnings tied to gaming customers, when it was actually for crypto, and then they got fined something really insignificant by the SEC. SEC? I can't mixing up the acronyms now, but they got fined $5 million for falsely reporting earnings due to crypto. But 5 million is like a drop in the ocean for something like Nvidia anyway.
It's like paying a parking ticket or something for them.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I mean, they're reaping what they sow now. You know, they did dirty tactics at the beginning, and well, they're not making as much money as then.
Paying for it now. I just thought I'd take a moment to just give a nice shout out to Welshie Tech. Thank you for the £1 super chat. And he's also going to claim ownership as the first person to ever send a super chat on TechFlashback. So thanks for stopping by and for the super chat. It's much appreciated. That's going to go well towards the wedding.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But
what up, Welshie Tech, man? Good job on the videos, bro. Keep that.
Yeah, same. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, so yeah, with the way that Nvidia are going, I still think the price is going to they're going to keep going down and down. I don't think we've seen this quite like sort of flood on like the used market that I think is going to happen fairly soon, especially as we head into Q3 quite soon. So that's another factor as well. And we see, well, you might see some even cheaper 3090 Ti's, maybe. You know, fingers crossed.
Yeah, maybe used, but how much were 2080 Ti's in their prime?
I believe the MSRP for 2080 Ti was, it might be different in the US, but I'm sure it was around £1,100 in the UK, or it could be a little more. I'm not sure. Let me take a look.
They were pretty high because I remember what was it, the 5700 XT? That was the premium. That was a crazy card at that time.
Okay, the MSRP for the 2080 Ti was actually $1,000.
I think
that's probably for the Founders Edition, I'm guessing.
Yeah, that's the Founders Edition. I think the Kingpin one, it was like 1,400. It was pretty high. So we're pretty much around that same territory, kind of.
But can you remember when people were selling 2080 Ti's just before 3000 series for like $500?
Like $500, yeah.
That is crazy.
Yeah, I could have got one and I didn't end up getting. Well, my cousin could have got one and we could have tested that thing out. But we're like, nah, we'll wait for the 3080s, and they sold out. For like forever.
It's pretty crazy though. Like that time was a bit wild when it came to GPU market in itself. In that lead up to 30 series. But yeah.
Did you get your 3080 quickly, or did it take a while for you to get a new card? When they first released.
So 3080 came out in, it was either September, October 2020, I think. And then I got mine in April of 2021. But I wasn't actively trying to buy one from day one. I only decided to by, I want to say January of 2021. So it did take me a solid 4 months. Like keep an eye on the websites, see if it's coming into stock. Yeah. Back when I was getting stock alerts from Twitter, from just the part alert Twitter page. So it took me 4 months to get one tracked down. But I only caught it because I had the notification and I was there straight away, debit card in hand, to do it immediately. And then tackling with like an influx of like traffic over the internet while the website like slowly crawls to like a halt.
Yeah.
But like
I was like that over here too.
That's crazy what it was. But like I really feel this is like tying it with how Valve has handled the Steam Deck reservations. Why can't these retailers like implement some sort of system closer to that? I know people are going to be waiting, but I bet there's people that have been waiting longer for. Well, actually, at the same time, I put in a request for EVGA's queue system. I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah.
And
They had.
I still haven't had an email for it.
Oh no.
And this is
I
over a year now, so clearly it's not working. So.
Yeah. I think they probably abandoned it. They're just like, well, it's in stock now. Just go buy it. But I was getting emails after a while. But
Okay,
yeah,
I
same
didn't get
here.
any at all from EVGA, which is a bit strange.
Yeah, that is a little odd. But I did get a couple, but I didn't want those cards anymore at that time.
Yeah, because I got the FE. I was aiming to get the For the Win free, but then the FE came around first. So I was like, right, I'm just gonna go for the FE. That's fine.
Yeah. I
Um,
like I like EVGA. I got one back there.
is that the 3070
The
Ti you got there?
Yeah, the
That's it.
3070
Yeah,
Ti.
nice.
Yeah, but yeah,
Tying
I
in
went
with
with
crypto at the moment, how is the rig handling at the moment?
it's fine. Well, when it comes to the cards, everything running, everything's fine. I have the 3070 Ti, the LHR is unlocked, the limited hash rate. On the 3060 Ti's, I got those unlocked too. So on the box, it's oh, you know what's funny? How they say that these cards aren't meant for mining, or how people say that. It literally says on the box, you get 25 mega hash. So it says how much you get for Ethereum.
And that's the
But
PNY 3060 Ti you got the other week.
yeah, so it says on there literally the hash rate you're supposed to get while it's limited. But since I have it unlocked, I'm pushing like 60 mega hash.
So that's not an LHR card then, if they're already promoting like its hash rate on the box itself. That's a bit strange.
Yeah, but it's limited, so I guess maybe to persuade people not to buy it. I don't know. For mining.
Oh right, of course I suppose that might be why
Yeah.
then.
So it's saying like it's pretty crappy, so don't get it. But I mean, yeah, they have it unlocked now. It doesn't matter.
That's fair.
There's a bypass. People find ways. We
That's
talked
alright.
about this. Yeah.
Bit of a change of subject. Like I thought you might be interested in this, Jerry, but I've downgraded my monitor, which might be quite evident by my webcam positioning right now. Do you remember the monitor I had previously, the Gigabyte one, the 43-inch, the big old boy, that one? Yeah, I've kind of switched back to my 27-inch 1440p monitor, which is
Is there a reason
why there's a couple of reasons. The main reason is the fact that it's currently quite hot. Welsh Tech can verify this for himself in the chat, but it's currently pretty hot in the UK again at the moment. And with that monitor, it heats up the room like a sauna. And as you can see, it's not a particularly big room. So once that monitor is on, it turns into an absolute like heat trap in the room, which is not ideal. Especially, and then obviously the computer's running, so it's just going to heat up the room even faster. So I did find there was a Reddit post. Someone said they actually found a way to reduce the temperatures of the monitor by updating the firmware for it. And I had a look, and I was on the old firmware, and I was like, right, okay, so maybe I could update that to the most recent edition, and that could maybe reduce the thermals on it. I don't quite know how it would, but apparently it worked for some people. Did that, not much difference.
Makes it more efficient. Yeah, I was gonna say, no matter what, it's gonna get hot. If that's how hot it gets.
Monitors do get hot, but for a monitor that size, it's going to get a bit warmer anyway. And especially in a small room, it hasn't got much ventilation to like get rid of that heat. But
I have the AC on the roof, so it blows straight down right here to where I'm sitting, which is nice.
That's not bad.
I leave the door open, so the hot air can go out through the door. I have 6 fans right here pushing the air that goes down from the AC onto the GPUs, and then I got 5 fans pushing that way, so the air goes like that towards the hot air goes out the door. So hopefully hot air escapes, cold air comes in. But then I got this computer on, and then there's 4 GPUs back there, so I got a little, a little.
Yeah, I don't quite have that luxury in my room though, which is the main problem. But that's the main reason. So it was getting too hot with the monitor. Is the main thing.
AC is crazy, man.
Well, that's what it is in the UK. We're, like, it's always cold, so they're like, right, the houses need to keep as much heating as possible. And then when it gets to like 30 degrees Celsius, they're like, oh no, like we didn't account for that. Considering my house was built in like the 1950s anyway, so.
It's better to have it and not need it, you know. But it's
Well, the
a
way it's
lot of money
going,
to
maybe it'll be a bit more prominent in the UK. You never know. But then, so yeah, that was the main reason. But the second reason, um, what was the second reason? I can't quite remember now. But like, I don't know. Like, I did quite like my old monitor, so I thought I might see what it's like living life back with that one again. So I've had to adjust like the way I've got my stream sort of laid out. Because obviously I have a lot of things going on with like I got OBS open, got the chat, and then I got like the articles up that we reference in the show and in Discord as well to patch yourself in, Jerry. And also I had to I have a mess around with where my webcam was positioned. So I obviously had it off to the side before, but now I've got it literally on top of my main monitor. And I'm just trying to figure out like, because I like the positioning of it, but then I need to figure out where I'm putting you because I'm looking off to the side,
yeah,
which may look a bit strange. But
that's
then I'm
fine.
sort of like back and forth, but like I
Streaming,
don't know.
baby.
It's figuring it out, you know. But I was thinking about this the other day. I might start streaming on Twitch again. Not TechFlashback, just like general game
Gaming?
streaming again. I was contemplating it.
And you don't want a game on this channel?
No, I quite like to keep it
Because
separate, to be honest.
okay,
But
cool.
I don't know. I feel like it again. I've been playing too much Hades, and I quite enjoy streaming Hades, so that's probably why.
Okay. Well, yeah, then
um,
go for it, bro.
I
Can
mean, I may see. Maybe once this weather
can,
cools off a bit.
can you stream on Twitch since you're monetized?
That's a good question. I don't know
I
whether
don't
that's
know.
an issue with YouTube partner compared to Twitch partner.
I think you might not be able to.
Actually, I think I know. I saw this pop up the other day because I was watching a YouTuber that I follow quite a lot called Oxhorn, and he
Hmm.
streams like every day at this rate, I think. And he did used to stream like on both YouTube and Twitch, and
Oh,
then there was an issue where Twitch wouldn't be able to allow him to stream on both platforms. It's a very good question. I'm gonna look it up right now because I would be curious to know if so. Can YouTube partners stream on Twitch?
this is all saying Twitch stream. Yeah, because I know. Well, at least with Twitch, I don't think you can. You can upload clips, but you can't stream.
Maybe there's an issue with being affiliated on Twitch as well. But like, so it says on here, yes, you can stream on both YouTube and Twitch at the same time, but you need to use streaming services. Oh, that's nothing.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, I guess. I guess if you're YouTube partner, they don't care.
it might be okay. A good person to ask would probably be Mer on the Discord because she's partnered on YouTube and on Twitch.
And she streams on Twitch.
Yeah, so she puts videos on YouTube. Oh, mind you, she doesn't stream on YouTube though, so maybe that's the difference there. But
Nah, you know, I think you'll be fine because Hassan streams on Twitch and he has a YouTube channel, and I'm sure he's partnered on there.
maybe I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think YouTube. Yeah, I don't know. Fuck it, just do it.
Yeah, see what happens.
Hey, nah. I was gonna say, how long have you been monetized for?
Since about the middle of June, something like that.
Oh, June. Okay.
Yeah, just
Has,
getting used to it
have you
now.
got paid yet?
No, this funny enough, I had my first because the way it updates for me in the UK, it's probably the same in the US. Is that your like I'm not going to go into too much detail of it, but your AdSense
Yeah.
earnings update to reflect the previous month in the following month. So, say for example, today I've seen the earnings for July. So in arrears, if you want to say it like that way. So I've seen the earnings for July, which I will then be paid for at the end of this month.
Yeah.
But then I started partner in the middle of June, so I had like half a month earnings shown for that previous month. So I didn't get a payout because I didn't quite reach the threshold. But then I have for this month now, so I'll get my first payout at the end of this month then.
Okay.
So
That's
it's pretty cool. Yeah, it's just getting used to it now, and then seeing how I have to just keep track of it. Obviously, just in case I need to like do anything like tax wise at the end of the tax year, stuff like that. I'm not expecting it. It's not going to be much at all anyway, but it obviously you could develop over time.
Watch Tech helped out.
I know he's bumped it up a little bit more. That's even better. But No, I'm happy to like discuss like how it works and whatnot, but that's about as much as I know so far, and like going for the hassle of getting like AdSense set up and whatnot. But I won't do it on stream because it was quite a boring thing. But I'm happy to go through it with you if you're just curious to know like how it is anyway. But how are you doing on your what's the word to describe it? Your ascent to 500 subs. You're nearly getting that community tab now.
Yeah, the journey. I don't know. I think last time I was at 469,
Nice.
probably. Sometimes it goes up, sometimes it goes down.
That's the way it goes.
Yeah, 469. So almost there.
You're getting there. Like before we move on to the next topics, I think we've sidetracked for quite some time there.
Yeah, that's cool. I like it.
It was like, what's up with that guy on your short the other day? He seemed like a right arsehole. I was about to comment and then like it disappeared, so I don't know what happened. But
Yeah, he deleted it, so that's why I was like, oh, that's fine. I don't know, just a hater. Just, people just like to talk trash.
it's just something you get accustomed to, I think, on YouTube anyway. But
Yeah, I know, but I've never had a call to action. That's why I was kind of interested to see how that went.
But I had your back. I was about to like. I was like. I saw the message. I was like, oh, what's Jerry talking about? And then I looked and I was like, saw the message. I was like, so he wants us to say something? Like, what's he on about? He just seemed like an arsehole in general, this guy, anyway. So I was like, I want to call him out on his bullshit line. But
well, I just thought it'd be funny. Everyone says "f you" to his name.
Yeah.
but someone intervened on the board and said peace and love. So I was like, all right then.
That's fair.
I
can get on board with that.
Fine. I talked to my general.
Do you know one of my worst comments I've ever had on YouTube? Not my worst, but like one of like the. It's kind of a funny one, I'd say. To be fair, I had someone say I looked like a Dark Souls character creation generator. I was like, what? And I looked it up. I was like, damn, they're right.
You look like the generic custom creator. Like,
that's what I'm gonna say. Oh, there was one. Some guy said,
"Don't we all though?"
You look at least like one part of the character creator at some point.
Because the whole point of it is to be like a general person.
It's crazy some of the stuff people say. That's some person saying my eyes were too close together. I was like, but he gave me a compliment as well. He was like, oh, great video, but your eyes are too close together. I was like, what? Thanks, but what?
4 out of 5 stars. If his eyes were a little further apart, I would have gave it 5 stars.
Like if they were up here, it would have been better. Apparently,
someone said that I look like a laundry basket.
That you look like a laundry basket.
Yeah, and I was trying to figure out what that meant. I'm not even gonna lie, it was a good one because it completely bewildered me.
That is a bit
strange.
Does
he mean? Yeah, does it mean I just look like? Am I not talking enough or something? I'm just chilling in the corner like a laundry basket.
Maybe. Peace of us just clarified now. Peace and love. That's the way we'll try and be on these channels anyway. Tech Lab. We used to get a lot of crap from people commenting on videos. I think it's easier for a lot of people to do that in the sense anyway that they feel like they're like completely anonymous, which sometimes they really are. But yeah, as you just clarified, you just gotta ignore it. Like I've seen so many stupid comments. You just get used to it at a certain point. But then you see the occasional one, you're like, damn, that's pretty funny at times. Or you're just being annoying. But it is what it is.
Well, I get it, but then I don't know. Sometimes it's nice to respond to your community too, and if they want to be rude, sometimes it's nice to be rude too. But I don't know. It's whatever. It didn't offend me, honestly. It's just I just thought it'd be fun.
I decided to actually use the mute function on my mic so people can't hear me pouring a pint. And I just realized it's the first time I've ever used the mic function on my microphone intentionally.
Yeah, I remember, well, when I used to do the Why Not Me podcast, I would interview people and, we talk about how people take criticism and stuff like that. Apparently, obviously, people got worse, like straight racism ones. Like, normally, I can use it as constructive criticism or try to see, like, some point of view that they're seeing from. But if it's just straight hate, like what I've heard, some people get told before.
Just don't even elevate it at that point.
Yeah.
Especially if it was something like that, I don't even know. I'd probably delete it anyway.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just delete the comment. And
so it might be something that offends you, but then there's obviously other people who could be watching as well that would feel alienated by that, I would guess, as well. But how about we stop our sidetrack and get on to our next topic?
It's a podcast. Let's
It's a
go.
podcast. We're gonna sidetrack. We got plenty of time to talk about stuff like that. But how about
Yeah.
we talk about more GPUs? And when I say more
Yeah.
GPUs, we talk about the never-ending tale that is Intel Arc. So, first, AIB allegedly stopped Intel Arc graphics production due to quality concerns. Now, we already discussed last week that there seemed to be some issues with just Intel Arc even like getting released in the first place. But it seems that there's been some more developments now with a particular partner that has actually had some concerns about Arc in general. So if we take a look at this article, we can see a big board partner is no longer producing Intel Arc GPUs. This is alleged by Igor, I'm guessing that's probably Igor from Igor's lab, who confirmed this information twice over the last day. Igor is not named the brand, but his post has a picture of an MSI system, indirectly suggesting this might be the company in question. MSI is actually one of the few companies that did confirm making ARC graphics, even through ads for pre-built systems on Chinese retailer websites or through leaked datasheets. From OEM perspective, there is just too much uncertainty in terms of performance and price. Intel reportedly would not give ARC any price guarantee, making planning much more complicated. This is probably why we have never heard of any high-end custom model based on ARC. The only rumours were about mid-range solutions such as Asus TUF. I think that would probably be a given if you were going with a particular brand anyway, but just close out with this quote directly from, yes, it was from Igor's lab. At least one of the big board partners has even stopped the production of Intel cards completely due to quality concerns. As I could find out yesterday and today, other board partners have at least already completely capped their marketing activities, and it does not currently look as if there will be any real launch offensives from the board partners in the time window I mentioned between August 5th, 2022 and September 29th. What will really arrive on the market as retail will be seen in the next few weeks. From the customer's point of view, I can only hope for the best. I alone lack faith. That's pretty damning as we get towards the end of there, but the saga continues, and at this point, I'm just not even disappointed, really. Just to put it out there.
I wanted to try out a new GPU, but before I forget what I wanted to say, so it says Intel reportedly would not give ARC any price guarantee, and I think they probably wanted to price it a little higher, but they keep seeing the GPUs go down for AMD and Nvidia, so they realize that if they price it at too high, they're not going to sell any because obviously the other companies are going to have better cards for a better price.
But this is the issue they have where they're competing with like last gen as well as next gen at the same time.
Yeah.
So it's obviously going to happen like that, but they don't know where to price it anyway.
Yeah, because you can't overprice it, because why would you buy it? Why would you buy that instead of, these good new generation cards?
Exactly.
So yeah, so that's where I could see them not letting the AIB companies know. But at the same time, it's hard for them to say a certain price and then, like I said, they don't sell. And I could see from companies like MSI and Asus, it's like, well, like we need to know what you're gonna do. Time's already here, and we're gonna lose a lot of money if we just make a bunch of these and don't sell them.
But what's really strange though is that like we said this last week with the fact that they had those execs from Intel on the WAN show a couple of weeks ago. And even on the most recent WAN show, Linus himself was like, we had them on, but like some of these things seem to have changed. So what's going on? Like really, it's just it's all over the shop, and no one seems to know what is going on whatsoever. But like just take a look now. So TechLab in the comments, he really wanted to get a hold of an Arc GPU, but he keeps forgetting they're coming. I don't think you're the only one. I think there's a lot of people that don't even know that Intel is coming out with graphics at this rate, which is a bit more of a concerning thing. But like, I said about putting them on eBay and letting Auction dictate the price. But there is like, I'm sure that I've seen that some people have got engineering samples off eBay already, which is a bit more.
Like $800. Yeah, they spent like $800.
So the engineering samples are floating around somewhere. So what's going on? The only thing, and I thought I'd pop it up on here, like I won't show like the full video, but there was this video from Epos Vox, where if you're not familiar with Epos Vox, he's basically the go-to guy for anything to do with streaming, anything like that. So he was particularly interested in taking a look at the AV1 encoder, as we've mentioned before on for Intel Arc. So he tested it out on, I believe it was the A380, and he was actually pretty impressed with the actual quality when you compare it to like X264 and NVENC. And if you haven't yet, I definitely recommend checking out the video because it's pretty interesting to see exactly how well it does handle encoding tasks, which is something that made me pretty interested to see, like maybe whether I would like consider an Intel card for the stream and capture system I'm contemplating putting together, which would be pretty cool. But like at this rate, it doesn't even look like I'll have the opportunity to try and go for something like that. But that's one of the things I was most interested in as well, especially because we were discussing encoders last week, I think. Or it could have been the week before. I'm not too sure. But what would you think of that? So if you were to be a bit more subjective in terms of not so much in terms of gamer performance, but you'd be pretty interested in taking a look at how the actual encoding works with AV1 compared to like I said for AMD or Nvidia. Would that be something that you would float your boat?
Yeah, I'd probably do different tests for the Intel cards just so I could see exactly how they run on certain benchmarks. Probably include Blender, um, just rendering stuff, because it's a new card. Everyone has these tests that they see, but unless you try it firsthand, we're not gonna know, right? And then the more people that try them,
Hmm.
and the different results they get, the better it is because we'll know what they're capable of with different systems. And I don't know, would you if an Intel card was cheap enough, would you buy one to use for your streaming system? Or would you stick with the Nvidia?
Well, like I said, it's gonna depend. Like I'm keeping an eye on GPUs at the moment, and then it'll probably depend when I know I am gonna put the system together. Then I'll commit. But I'm not in a rush, which kind of gives me a bit of an advantage.
The
But
there's 6600s right now that are 275. It's the Power Color Hellhound,
funny enough,
and then
they're going for a pretty decent price in the UK as well. I think they're around the same, something along those lines. But
the
yeah,
6600 XT is
so yeah, it was
300.
between like 50 or a 6600 I was contemplating for that system itself. There are also cards I would quite like to take a look at in general anyway, so that's even more like convenient. But be interested to see. The other thing I was contemplating for like what it would be like for Nvidia. I don't know if if this is something that's already in the pipeline, where they're considering some sort of like direct access, like they do with resizable bar support or smart access memory, where Intel has their own like patented version of that system. If you were pairing it with an all Intel platform, is that a thing, or am I just pulling the strings? I'm not too sure. It could be some.
So
They definitely have the engineers there to put something like that to like to hand. But I don't know, because like I feel like smart access memory came out and then suddenly like Nvidia was saying, "Oh yeah, this was always a thing. Let's activate it straight away." So I don't know. It might have been a bit of a pipe dream. I'm not too sure on.
yeah, well, Nvidia was able to figure out how to do resizable bar pretty quickly, huh? When that happened. I d-
Makes you wonder how
so
long ago they'd already developed it but hadn't actually released it publicly.
yeah, that's kind of something I always wondered too. But yeah, I'm sure Intel had something similar on their GPUs. Hopefully, I mean, it seems like they don't know what they got right now, anyways. But
They need to get the cards out first,
yeah,
and then they can think about these
yeah.
additional features after.
But since they make CPUs, you'd think they'd be able to find a way to get top-notch performance if you combine them. I mean, that'd be a good selling point, anyways. But the
Well, you
way
would
that they're
think.
doing things, yeah,
But like,
that's it. The way they're doing things.
how do you feel about
uh,
SAM, like smart access memory, compared
Oh,
to
I love it.
resizable bar? But which
Um,
have you done much extensive testing between the two?
yeah, not too much. Yeah,
Hmm.
it's because there's DLSS on the cards too, so
Yeah, I only ask because I have never tested SAM at all because I haven't really
yeah,
like the
you don't
only
have any.
RDNA 2 card I've had was a 6650 XT, and I think for that one I only used resizable bar rather than. Oh no, I might have used smart access memory on it. I need to watch
You
my
don't
review again and I'll find out.
have.
I can't
You don't
remember
have
now.
a. You have an AMD CPU, right?
Yeah, it was tested with an AMD CPU. It was with a 5600X. So it
I'm
would have
assuming
been
you.
like I could have used smart access memory on it. I'm sure I must have.
I think you
I'll watch my
did.
review after because I can't remember now. It seems like it was ages ago, but it was only like 2 months when the 50XT series came out. I think.
Yeah, yeah, I remember watching it too. I think you did, if I remember correctly. I remember you asking.
Well, I'm glad you pay
Should
more
we?
attention to my videos than
Yeah.
I do.
Well, hey, I try to, but you make so much videos, you kind of forget, man. It's already been, yeah, like I don't know. It's been a while that I've been making videos too, and
I
we've
did
been on a
a
grind, huh?
oh yeah, I did. Funny enough, I was messing around with my 3060 Ti yesterday. Again, because I said it's a bit warm this week with like so they got a bit of a semi heat wave coming along. And I forgot that my 3060 Ti has been like overclocked for the entire time I've had it in my system. So I thought maybe help. I'll just do a little undervolt. I'm playing Hades, so I'm not even fully utilizing that card right now in the first place. So I'll do a little undervolt. And I was like, what are my undervolt settings again? So I'm like, right. So I look up. I did a video like nearly over a year ago where I did my undervolt settings. I was like, let's see what PC Jack did. I'm just watching the video,
Hey,
and I was like,
that's the
oh,
best
there's my
thing.
settings. That's it.
That's the best thing about having a channel is you have all your information archived. So, you know, you can just go ahead and you forget something. I can go ahead and look this up.
Exactly. Going back to ARC though, like Tech Lab just brought up now, a free Intel Arc GPU with all Intel Core 13th Gen processors. Because that's definitely not going to be a loss. It could work, you never know, but see how it goes.
Yeah, if
I
they're
can
gonna throw them away, might as
throw
well
it,
do that.
throw one directly into Jerry's hands, and
Yeah,
he'll
and
do
Tech
something
Lab,
with it, and to Tech
Tech
Lab as
Labs too.
well. But if I'm tying it back now to we talked about like content that we put on the channel, um, I found it really weird that like my best performing video this year was a video I did in like 5 minutes on how to connect Joy-Cons to Windows, and it's got like I put it up like 2 months ago, and it's at like 19K at the moment, which is pretty cool. But it's also I
Right.
get a lot of people going on there. It doesn't work, as we were saying earlier, but stuff like that. It worked for me. It doesn't work for some people, but Steam may be stepping in a little bit and ending the life of that video a little bit because they have now said that Joy-Con support is finally coming to Steam. So literally, the only reason that I decided to like bring this up was because that video has been performing pretty decently, and I can see it like it's been going up, it's gonna go down because of this video, not this video, this update. So let's take
Well,
a look at this. It
you
says
make a part two.
no, but so it says Valve has finally added Nintendo Switch Joy-Con support to Steam through its client beta program. As reported by PC Gamer, the Steam Client Beta was re-released and updated on August 5th, allowing for official support of Nintendo Switch Joy-Con controllers. They can be used individually as a mini gamepad or combined into pairs. The update also provided improved support for the Nintendo Online Classic controllers. But yeah, I like literally I just brought that up just because of the video. But like, I find it funny. Like it's a thing we're all familiar with, where like you put up like a tutorial video or some sort of fix, works perfectly for yourself and your system, and obviously it's not going to work for some people, which is just the name of the game. That's the way it goes. But that video in particular, it's like since it's like gone up, it's kind of like coincided with a lot more people being like, "This didn't work for me. This did work for me. It's glitchy, stuff like that." Bear in mind, the software that I was kind of like making use of in there is from GitHub, so it's not exactly like it's fully licensed software. It is like community like generated content, or content, community generated like a community generated driver, if that makes sense. So obviously there's going to be issues, but it works perfectly on my main system. And I did actually try it on my other system, and it did have a bit. It was a bit spotty in places, so it can vary. But it was a solution that I found for a problem that I thought some people had. But you can't please everyone. But hopefully, the fact that Steam is now going to be implementing it themselves should solve that problem for a lot of people. But yeah, there's not much you can do about it, I guess. But have you ever had that with like you've done tutorials in the past? Like I think you did the monitor arm review. Was that that was a tutorial as well, wasn't it? How to mount them.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably my most popular video as well. Um,
But you get like I suppose for that, because it's not software, it's a bit less uh
yeah, it's
different, isn't it? So
no, oh, right now it's at 50,004 views.
nice.
So that's cool. Yeah, that's cool. No, dude, people ask crazy questions on there, which I already answered in the video.
Mm.
They ask me questions, and I'm like, I always answer. I respond and give them the answer, but it's like I literally explained this in the video. Like,
It's where it
there's just
goes.
yeah, there's just it has some weird screws to make the arms like adjust and tighten and make sure not to go up in a certain direction. So I get it. It can be a little tough.
That's
But
fair.
yeah, I would just recommend, since that video is so popular on yours, just copy and paste the title and just put part two or a new update, or just put the date of whatever, and then just show how you connect it to the Steam. There you go.
It's a
Top
good
it off.
idea. Just to top it
Top it
off,
off that.
like yeah. I'll think about that.
Like
That would be a good idea. I mean, like trying to go back and forth on like
you can even
things to
give it
do.
like an intro. You can even give it the intro, like, "Hey, this is one of my most popular videos, and before this update, this was how you used to do it before," and then you just put the link to that old video. And then you're like, well, today we're gonna show you how to go ahead and do it the new, easier way. And then, or if it is easier, I'm
Yeah,
assuming. Yeah. And then just do that. There you
that's
go.
one way of doing it.
Yeah. So I
Uh,
don't know. That's just my idea to give you.
well, it's a good idea. I definitely think it'd be a good thing to like take a look at. But like, yeah, I just thought I'd share with you guys like this new thing is gonna like hopefully solve the problems that a lot of people were having with that video. But I need your assistance on this next topic though, Jerry, because it's closely tied with a game that's very close to your heart. Well, at least I think this edition is, and that is this topic we've got here. So, someone finally beat the $20,000 Halo 2 challenge. Once called
The
impossible,
last.
it was considered one of the most difficult feats in the history of video games. Now, I don't think I played Halo 2 in like nearly 20 years at this point. So, and even when I did play it, I was kind of I didn't play it as frequently as like a lot of these people would have played it. But if you take a look at this article on here, it says so early this year, Charlie Critical, I think that's how the username is pronounced, White, issued a challenge. He offered $5,000 to anyone who could complete a full solo playthrough of Halo 2 on Legendary difficulty, with 13 of the difficulty modifying skulls activated. Now, Jerry, as a Halo fan, that should probably mean something to you in terms of those like like the changes to the gameplay. I'm guessing. Am I
Yeah. So
correct?
each school ramps up the difficulty. It was called the Lasso Challenge. Lasso, LASO, Legendary, all schools on, except for one. And
Okay.
they made Charlie Moist Critical, Penguin Zero. Yeah, Charlie's cool. I know you've seen his videos before. He has long hair. He speaks in like a monotone voice.
Oh, I think I vaguely know the guy you're talking about. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's it.
he's in he has a video game team now. What's it called? E Moist.
Okay.
So yeah, dude, I like his videos. Charlie's a stick. He's been around for like years. And anyways, he offered $10,000, or $5,000 originally, and then he bumped it up to 20,000. The guy that won his name was Jervalen. Oh, that's what it says.
That's it.
He did
Yeah.
it in 6.5 hours. Oh, 5 hours and 54 minutes and 40 seconds. Oh no, that was his original one.
The latest one on here says it was six
Sorry,
hours
yeah,
20
it
minutes,
was 6 hours.
20
Yeah,
6 hours 29 minutes and 44 seconds. But yeah, he did it. So it says on here, in a run that took just shy of 6.5 hours, he made use of an incredible amount of skill as well as tricks and glitches. Are glitches not a concern in a challenge like that, or am I overthinking it? Or is that the
no,
only way you could possibly do that challenge?
it's the only way to do that speed run, and it's part of the game.
Okay,
So
all right.
it was part of the game. It's not like a mod. It was a glitch in the game, so it was allowed.
So the example he uses in here, it lets you bring a Banshee with you into the final fight against Tartarus. Is the Banshee... Is that the truck or the jet? I can't remember now. Or am I completely
Plane.
mixing it up? The plane, that's it.
Banshee's a plane. Yeah.
Things almost went sideways in the final minutes thanks to a brute with a shotgun who dodged a double grenade, but Javelin managed to hold it together until the end. And yes, we did all that, and he won $20,000, which is absolutely crazy. So, my question to you, Jerry, as like, I'm a bit of a purveyor into the world of Halo. Purveyor, like a voyeur into the world of Halo. I want to say that. How impressive is this as a Halo enthusiast, such as yourself?
This hasn't been done in 18 years. No one's been able to get this challenge done. So it's pretty awesome. I like that it brought hype back to Halo 2. I mean, it was a quick 2 week run, but it's been a while since Halo 2 has been dominating the headlines, so it's a nice callback. I sent you a video on Twitter. They had a Halo 2 LAN party.
I did
Did
see
you
that.
check
It
that
looked
one
really
out?
cool.
Yeah, dude, that was Halo in its heyday, man. I remember
That was
we
a
used to all
classic
get
experience
together.
with the classic
Yeah,
Xbox on
connect
the
over
on the
LAN.
desks as well.
Yeah, so it was a good time, man. But congrats to Jervalen. I would have loved to do this. You get $20,000. So not only does he have that live stream that where he beat it, in 6.5 hours, 6.5 hour live stream, but all his live streams, him attempting it, him trying it, that's all content for his channel too. So
Exactly.
all together, it was a good 2 week run for him. He gets hella spotlight. So and you get paid 20 grand. That's a
It's a good
I'll
way to
choose
go for
to
playing
that.
Halo, especially.
Yeah, I'll choose to that, man. Because none of my streams do any of that for me in 2 weeks.
That's insane. Would you be interested to know, or like talking about like profit per stream? Do you want to know our most profitable stream so far?
Sure.
So, ignoring the super chat in today's stream, because that kind of throws off the figures a little bit. Our most profitable stream was not the last one, but the one before. No, it might have been last week's stream actually. 7 cents.
Nice. Hey,
You gotta
that's
start
good.
somewhere, ain't you? So,
That's 7 cents you wouldn't have had. Hey, how's your Amazon affiliate link doing?
uh, I had my first payout, and I don't quite know how it works. I feel like it's missing other amounts. But it's paid me. I had £11 sent out. I don't
Okay.
know how much that is in dollars, but maybe about $14, $15. But then there was
Hey, what?
there's amounts that haven't been accounted for that I don't quite understand. So I'll have to
Yeah.
do a bit more research on it.
I was gonna say, did mine count when I didn't purchase that product, but I purchased something else after clicking your link?
Oh, sorry, I nearly choked on some Guinness then. So that's why I was a bit. Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty gross.
I love it. I haven't seen your purchase specifically, but I haven't had a chance to go through and look at the
Oh,
links
okay.
that people, or not the links, but the actual items people have purchased yet.
Yeah, it
But
tells you items shipped, and that's the ones that count. Is that actually shipped to people's house?
yeah, actually shipped. But like, so did the item actually ship to you?
Yeah, I already received it.
You have. Yeah, I should be able to see the actual item itself as like an
Yeah,
item purchased through my affiliate link. But I haven't had a chance to look yet. That's all. But no, I do appreciate you using that affiliate link though. I need to
yeah.
start pushing that a little bit more. I kind of forget it's there sometimes. But I do use it in videos where I can. Like the video going up the end of this week has got my affiliate links in there anyway. I do include it on other ones, but this specifically for the parts using that video I like to do as well. But yeah, it's the way to go. But like, yeah, so obviously from now though, our most profitable live stream is this one now because we've had our first ever super chat, which is always a good first to have. Just a way to change things up even more.
Yeah.
But how are
Well,
you going on with your streams? So obviously you stream a lot more frequently than I do, but you do a lot more like game streaming, don't you?
yeah. It's great. It's fun. My favorite stream. I tied in Warzone and GPUs sales. People were asking me what GPU they should buy, and I was also playing Warzone. So in between the rounds,
You were telling me about
um,
this last week. Yeah, it was
yeah,
really good.
that one was my favorite one, probably. I got I gotta eventually do my podcast again too, but it's fun. I like streaming. I like people getting to know me more than just GPU videos. Um,
Just got I'm
it's
jealous.
always
I wish I could commit to the game inside of it as much as you do. But like I do it
yeah,
for a while, and then I kind of fall out of it. I think I kind of do it for a while, and then I'm like, right, I want a game, but by myself for a bit, and then I
yeah,
come back to it. I don't know, but I admire the commitment you have to actually game in as much as you do on stream. Like it's really impressive, like being able to do it as that frequently.
Yeah, my Tuesdays are crazy. So I joined you today on your podcast, and it's cool. And then however long this takes, and then later on I stream as well tonight, from 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
What are you playing
Go ahead
tonight?
and check it out. Probably Call of Duty, Vanguard. My friends, their days off, and we just dominate in it. I'm trying to beat the battle pass too, so just probably Vanguard. If you guys want to see someone just murder everyone, it's fine. Or in the video game.
Well, what I'll
Yeah,
do,
clear.
I'll once I go through the actual, like, I say editing, like the only thing I edit this video with is I trim the starting soon bit
Hey,
at the beginning. So I'll put a an end screen to jump over to that stream, probably the VOD of it after as well, saying that
I'm gonna tell
people
you,
get to that.
yeah, it's kind of tough. You know how it is, man. We have busy lives because what streaming, editing, that takes forever, right?
Yeah, but it's the other things then. So streaming, editing, and then obviously, but we both work full time as well, and then we got other
Yeah.
commitments as well. Like one of us is a married man, and one of us will soon be a married man. So that's obviously adding to the list of things we need to work on day by day. But no, I really admire the commitment you have to like. There's this is a live stream, but then there's the live stream side of it where you're just sat there, you're playing your game and engaging with your community as well on something that they're all interested in. That is a bit more like put it out there. It's a bit more lively than the sort of thing we do as like a podcast type of content, which is just the way it is. Like games are fun to watch,
Yeah.
essentially. But I need to get back into it. Like I said, I need to look into if I can do it on Twitch a bit more. But yeah,
I would recommend just making a separate channel on your YouTube, man. You already got the community here. What, 1,000 subs minimum? You probably got more since then.
I was
Why
contemplating
not?
doing it on my other side channel. Maybe
Or
I
do
haven't,
it
I
on
haven't I haven't
there.
decided yet. But I need to do some more videos on there as well. I haven't quite
But
gone
since
onto it.
the way I see it, YouTube is paying you. So YouTube is somewhere you might make your money eventually. Why not channel more people into YouTube so they can cross over
Yeah.
to your money?
But if I was to do
I
if I was to do
understand.
more live streams on the main channel, it'd probably be more like non-gaming stuff. So I wouldn't mind doing like a live PC build at some point. That would be pretty
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, go on.
I was say, I understand too. On Twitch, the thing about Twitch is it's a lot more easier to get noticed as a gamer on there because YouTube sucks at supporting their live streams. There's no live stream channel. There's no, like when you look up a video, does it ever pop up a live stream?
It's
Unless you're
very difficult to get discovered
subscribed.
for live streams for stuff like that on YouTube. That's the main thing I find.
So yeah, so that's why it sucks on YouTube, especially since you're gonna do it on your other channel. You're not gonna have any of your community
Yeah.
on from here on there. It's gonna be 0 subscribers if you start, well, whatever you have, and then obviously you'll tell them to go watch. But with Twitch, you can say the same message, and then they might push you a little bit more. So
Hmm.
that's the only thing I don't like about YouTube. But I said screw it. I was doing half and half Twitch, half YouTube, and I said I'm just gonna fully commit to one channel. I'm not gonna go half and half. But
That's the
obviously,
thing. Well, I find even like if I was to go to Twitch as well, sometimes there's some things that like it's almost like a different language when it comes to Twitch. Like certain features as well. It's like the thing is, it's not subscribers, it's followers, and then like
yeah,
you get bits instead, and then a subscription is the actual like the way you're sort of monetizing off of like Twitch anyway. But I'd be interested in
but
learning more about it. Like that's the main thing, and then at the end of the day, I do get to do more gaming content essentially. But
what do you gotta say? Thank you, PC Jack, for the tier 3 the scrub, the sub. They say it all quick.
that's how I don't. That's how I don't know. That's why I'd have to figure out.
Yeah, yeah. What they say? Thank you, Tech Lab UK, for the tier 3 subscription.
Exactly, it's figuring out like the
Or-
little the
I know what
nuances
they
of it. Like
They say like Amazon must buy. Thank you for the tier 2 gifted sub. You just
Yeah.
gotta shout out everyone in your chat. Yeah, they really like that. It's funny. It's funny how you interact with the people, because I feel on YouTube it's a little more sophisticated, but on Twitch it's kind of a lot more silly. and that's pretty fun too.
But I feel like for a
Um,
podcast like this, it does cater very well to YouTube itself.
YouTube.
But I'm just catching up on the chat now. So Tech Lab he's pitched in on here to say he gave up on streaming for a while because making videos and streaming got too much. Now this was the initial issue I had. I went in really hard with streaming at the start of this year. You probably remember this, Jerry. I'm guessing. So the start of the year, I actually had like an exact schedule that I published on the channel, where I would stream. It'd be a Twitch stream every Monday and Thursday, and then the last Thursday of the month was Tech Flashback, because Tech Flashback used to be monthly rather than weekly. But then I would also do 2 videos a week as well. So I would do a video every Wednesday and Thursday. No, Wednesday and Friday. And I don't know how I used to do 2 videos a week. I don't know how I managed to fit that in. It's really crazy. I don't know how I did that at all. And eventually, by about, I want to say by April, I had some stuff I was like kind of like contending with like personally. So I won't go into too much like detail of it. But I kind of almost like burnt out really hard. So I had to like kind of like simmer down a little bit and focus on the more important things, which for me was making sure I got at least a video up a week on the channel. And also I wanted to make sure I continued with Tech Flashback, because I did miss it for a month. Obviously back when it was monthly, so I only missed like 1 episode. Since then, it's become a weekly live show. Jerry, you've joined me as like a weekly like co-host on the show. So much respect for that. And so I kind of got through that. It's okay, that's fine. Like I kind of recovered from that like sort of like patchy stage of like my like time on like both Twitch and YouTube. Twitch has kind of like died out for me, but it's always something I can fall back on if I fancy doing a bit of game streaming and whatnot. But it is difficult. You got to figure out that that routine and seeing how it works. I don't know how people stream daily. I think it's a bit too much for me personally, and especially when
If
it's
I
not.
could,
It's
I
not.
would.
Yeah, it's not just daily. It's also like really long streams, like over like 4 hours at certain points for some people. If it was
You
your
need a
full time
comfortable
job, I could
chair.
guess that it'd be okay. But it's like what would be your choice, Jerry? So if you had the choice of being a full time content creator in terms of videos, so you had a chance to publish at least 2 to 3 videos a week and make a reasonable living off of that, or instead live streaming every day for like say as much as you would
Live
as in a
stream.
full-time job.
Live stream.
Live stream. Could you
Yeah.
say why?
I feel with live stream, I could just hang out and talk about whatever the channel or video would be. With editing, I would have to edit, and that sucks. But every day, just live stream. I don't gotta edit much. Just make clips. Watch, have my live stream, hang out, have fun, do what we're doing here. Oh, look, what's today? Tuesday? Tuesday's episode is Tech Flashback. Tomorrow will be a different episode. PC Jack might even join or not, in case he's busy. But I feel like live streaming would be easier. And I miss my podcast, actually, on Wednesday, when I used to have them on Wednesdays. So
Did you
I
do it
kind of want to
every
do that
Wednesday?
again. I had done them every Wednesday for a while, too. But just my work schedule changed to nights, and I can't do it no more right now. So
It's
I don't
figuring
know,
out that
but
it's figuring out that balance, I think, is the most important thing.
I was gonna say I've been pushing my GPU videos hard. Once a week for a while now. I know, and that's a lot of. I think
That's a
it's a
lot of
lot.
work as well, especially for GPU reviews.
Yeah, and I like this too. I'd do both, but obviously if I had to choose, it'd probably be live stream, just because I think that's easier to stay sane
That's fair.
and
I can see that.
just more fun. You get what I'm saying?
I know
Because when
exactly.
you're
I know
doing
exactly what you're referring to. Yeah.
yeah,
So going back to the chat, like to see what like so obviously following on from like what Tech Lab said on there. Then I always find it useful like talking with Tech Lab, because obviously he's got experience himself as being like a YouTube content creator as well. So you said on
he
here,
still has
Twitch
vlogs.
Twitch seemed easiest for us. Start again. Twitch seemed easiest for us, so we used that. But if we did it again, we would use YouTube on one of our channels. Well, if you were to start streaming Tech Lab, I'd be more than happy to like just join the show, because you've shown support for us over the last couple of weeks as well. And like we need to get in touch. We need to start. We need to figure out something we can do together. If you're even like a guest on the show, that'd be something interesting because we've obviously talked about having guests on the show, haven't we, Jerry? Which would be pretty
Yep.
cool to
I
arrange.
don't
So
mind anyone joining.
exactly. So if there's any way we sort of like arrange something like that, I think we need to. You need to get on the Discord and we'll have a little chat about that. Piece of us. Being a streamer is difficult to gain traction regardless. I think if you average 50 viewers, you're in like the top 1% of streamers. Oh, here we go. So on 2021, if you average 6 viewers, you were in the top 6.7%. Okay, right. So it is like it depends where you are. It's going to vary anyway, but I feel like YouTube. It depends what you do. Again, like you said, like this type of content is not going to cater as well to the people that are looking for game streams only, essentially. And that's kind of the main reason I keep it separate. And anyway, but that's the thing I had with doing TechFlashback on Twitch before, which I only did for like 2 months. But
shout out to Piece of Us Vlogs. That's my general right there. Let's go. He's
a keen supporter. Both yourself. He's been on the stream like plenty of times. It's always nice to see him stop by as well. Tech Lab. We try to do a video a week with additional when we have time. Managed to do it for over a year now, and some weeks 2 to 3 videos. It's been hard though. Well, this is what we said, but obviously you need to find that balance, which is the most important thing. I've been trying to do. I did my second short the other day. Kind of did okay. It was alright. It did better than my review last week, which I can kind of just bombed. And like, I'm not gonna blame Fine on the sort of thing it is, but I don't think it's the kind of content people are after with that kind of peripheral reviews, if that makes sense. So like, it's been nice working with them, but I don't know. We need to kind of like, I need to think more about what you guys want to watch. And based on reception for that, I'm not 100% sure if that's the way the channel needs to push stuff out, if that makes sense.
I was gonna say, sorry.
It's okay.
I was gonna say you could always anything they do send you that could just be an additional video, whether it's that week or the week after. You know, you could not work as hard on that one as your main one. Still work hard on it, do your diligent work. But I mean, people are sending you stuff for free. Why not? Free content.
Yeah,
and I get it. I get it. Why not? Because time editing sucks.
Yeah, it's trying things out though. At the end of the day, isn't it? Like, of course, people are going to be more interested in a video on a GPU than a headset. At the end of the day, which is just it's the nature of the beast. That's all. But it's figuring out what works for your channel as a whole. Because I have had other peripherals videos do well. Like I did like a monitor review, like for the FV43U, that huge monitor that I've since got sat to the side doing nothing right now. But I'm actually going to be putting that in my living room. So I'll be using that with my HTPC instead. So it's going to get some use anyway.
It makes more sense to go with your 3080.
Yeah, monitor. It makes total sense.
Hey, you know what's sick about that too? Are you going to have a... So you're going to have a dedicated station in your living room?
It is literally set up as if it's like a living room. So I've got like the TV I'm using downstairs at the moment is the worst TV I've ever owned in my life. Okay. In terms of like the actual quality of it, like as a 4K display, so it's 4K 60 Hz. Works great as a gaming display for like non like sort of like competitive titles. So I played what have I played last on it? Stray. I played Stray. That's a bit of a quick game, so I can't really like comment too much on it. But played a lot of Resident Evil on it, which is the perfect kind of like game where you don't need to be like super like high refresh rate or something like that. So that's fine. But I'm going to put that put that TV in my bedroom because I can't stand it as a smart TV because it's absolutely horrific and has a terrible amount of latency when you're using the smart TV function of it. So I don't want to deal with that. Yeah. So the monitor to my left right now is going to go in my living room and it's 4K at 144 Hz VA panel, which is going to be pretty cool for a living room setup. So that'll be connected to my mini ITX HTPC. I know, right? I always play. I don't. I wouldn't mind having like a wireless keyboard and mouse setup for that, so I could play like couch style. Like if you've seen those like trays you get from like Corsair, seen those ones? Have you got one? Oh, okay, but this one literally has like a mouse pad built into the pad itself, into the keyboard almost. And not into the keyboard.
Yeah,
yeah. So it does a job on there. I just use a controller on that system anyway. But yes, I'll be going downstairs.
Well, the reason I was asking is because I wanna build another rig, like you said, a streaming rig, right? But also I want to put it in my living room. I have a little desk area which is connected to my kitchen, which is connected to my living room, and that way when my wife is, or when I'm editing, and because it takes forever, when I'm editing, I could be in the living room hanging out with my wife, even though I have the headset on, listening to what I'm doing. But I'll just be in her presence, and I get to see her. She gets to see me. I just feel it'll be a little better for our relationship, just because we'll be like in close proximity. Here, I'm in my office, and like she can't see me.
That's the same thing I have like with my sort of setup right now. So of course I'm set up in the office right now for streaming. And there's some games I do prefer to play on the desktop anyway, so I will play it in here, but then I can go downstairs and be within like the same area as my fiance now, not girlfriend. And be able to game and like I won't have a headset on, so we're both kind of actively participating in whatever's going on in the room at the same time. So it's quite nice in that way.
I want to make it a workstation, because she also every once in a while she works from home, and then she could just use the computer, just have her own profile on there, you know?
Yeah, that'd be right then. Back to the chat now. Before we get into this last topic, I don't have much to add to the topic, but it's just a nice way to close out the episode, I think. But Tech Lab, getting sent stuff was what killed us really, because you become obliged to do the video quickly, and we have multiple on the go at any time across the schedule, so it all gets moved around. We do it all in the studio, which is a separate build, so we get a bit not seeing people for a while recording editing. Okay, that's like a separate thing to there. But in terms of like getting sent hardware and whatnot, it depends who it is. Like I use an example now. So this Be Quiet Silent Wings 4 review, which is going up on Friday. For a fan review, fans are not quite as pressing to get out like as immediately. I know there's a certain point when they're like sort of trending a bit more, depending on what the release is. But fans, like kind of like, I received them about 3 or 4 weeks ago. But then like Tech Lab brought up in there then about like prior like obligations to like get content out on a certain time. With Fine, they do say they would like to have that piece uploaded within a certain time frame, which I'm fine with. Like I'm okay with that. But I gotta make sure I'm contented with my obligations to this brand and then dealing with the other brand. But depends who it is. And again, it depends what the hardware is. Like sometimes you might get a piece of hardware that's kind of old. Not old, but like it's not like a recent thing. Like example, I had Knock to Ascend certain hardware that had released a couple of months prior. So obviously it's not going to be as pressing for that to be like published as immediately. So it just depends like what it is. So did they send you the fans? Sorry, go on.
I was gonna say, I would love to receive fans, but for a completely different reason. Of course, I'd review them, but I would just love them from my mining rig. It's just so they can cool. They can cool that. Or yeah, send me all the old ones you want. So that'd be getting paid in a different way, you know.
Send Jerry OnlyFans. That's what it is.
Yeah. Send me. Let's go.
I probably shouldn't say that on the stream because we'll have that bot show up again. But like, they might show up in droves.
Yeah. The sex bot. Yeah, that was wild.
So,
Tech Lab also said they tried shorts. It works quite well, but they don't think it's for them.
It really depends. When I make a short, I can't make anything. I haven't done anything serious to the short. I just kind of do really like piss take videos for shorts. But it works.
What I realized, shorts work for me is at least one guaranteed sub for every short that I make. So if you want to cheat and get a sub, now you know what? I'm not gonna say it's cheating. It just reaches a different audience that you might not have reached before.
It's a different type of content as well at the end of the day, isn't it? So
they might like what they see and they'll hit that sub button.
Yeah.
And I'd say a piece of those vlogs also said live streaming is the way because you can get videos from your live stream and republish them.
Like clips, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can still make the video you want.
That's one way of doing it. I was thinking about like what I may do, like depending how it depends on what episode I would think to do it at. But like, I might do a Tech Flashback like retrospective, because if you look at what Tech Flashback was in the very first episode, which doesn't seem that long ago, because we're on episode 20 now, and I started doing. Actually, it's going to come up to about a year since I started doing Tech Flashback anyway, which is a bit strange to think about. But the stream looked completely different. Like, and now, like, I think I'm quite happy how the stream looks now, especially like the new layout we've had for the past couple of weeks now. But like, I might do like a look back and be like, wow, that's how the stream has like changed over time as well. And even more so, the fact that I have like a co-host, which is not something I thought I would ever have when I first started the stream, which is pretty crazy to see. But
I'm crazy to see.
I like to compliment you, you know, just you know, I got to sweeten the deal a little bit as well, like just to keep you on the show as well.
It's fine. I like it. We're both growing.
Exactly. That is the most important thing. But how about we close out the show with just a little brief topic I wanted to show for you guys, as we we do like to bring up the Steam Deck on the show every now and again, you know, just keep things like
every week
relevant and whatnot. You know, people aren't getting fed up too yet of the Steam Deck, so it's okay. But as people are probably aware, Spiderman is going to be coming to PC this week on Friday. And they have now also confirmed that the Steam Deck will support Spider-Man on release, which is pretty cool. It doesn't really give too much additional information in this article, but yeah, so it just said that it's going to be playable on Steam Deck, which I feel is a good way for Steam to sort of like bring a bit of additional buzz to these PC ports in a way, because we saw the same thing with Stray. I know it wasn't like a console to PC port, but there was a big buzz like, oh, it's playable on Steam Deck. That's cool. That's nice. And it's just nice to see, especially for a title that's going to be as... I do think this is probably going to be the biggest Sony PC release ever. I think. Based on how popular just Spider-Man is in general anyway. But yeah, I'm excited to actually try out on the Steam Deck. I'll probably include it in the review I'm going to do of the Spider-Man PC port. So I'll do my review on the 3080, and then also do a Steam Deck benchmark, which should be pretty good. And I feel it's very important that I suddenly sidetrack from this entire topic and make sure everyone can see Jerry's wonderful dog on stream. What did you say she's called again? She or he? I can't remember now.
She.
Fendi. Fendi. That's it. And she had the Raiders jersey thing.
I got her a Raiders jersey for like $13.
How's she doing? I'm sorry to everyone watching that feels like this is a really like odd like distraction from the topic just now, but we need to actually just like make sure that we appreciate all the animals on the show, because Fendi's the first animal on TechFlashback. So how has she been doing?
Oh, she's been great. She's first of all, she doesn't buy any of my stuff. She doesn't do any of the remotes or wires, so she has full access to the house. She doesn't destroy anything, and she's potty trained, so I don't gotta worry about her peeing or pooping in the house. So she's an awesome dog.
Awesome. That's okay. Do you like taking her for walks as well?
Yeah, she tries to go after dogs. I don't know.
Oh,
she's tiny. Yeah, she.
Does she think she's bigger than she is? Is that the problem?
Yeah, that or she's trying to defend me. I don't know.
Oh, that's quite sweet though as well. But especially for a small dog, small legs, they probably get tired quite quick. Or am I wrong?
Yeah.
I might be.
Yeah, when we come back to the house, she runs to the water and chugs it.
Nice. Getting them games.
I went to the lake this weekend, and I think that's probably the most wilderness she's seen in her life.
Oh wow.
Because we were out in the woods for like all day Saturday. She liked it. She came back completely muddy. Gave her a quick bath.
No.
Yeah. So, good times.
So that's a good dog you got anyway. So back to the topic. I just thought we should a little sidetrack from there. So yeah. So I'm quite looking forward to playing Spider-Man on Steam Deck as well. I probably won't play it as much on the Steam Deck compared to on like I'll probably play that in my living room quite a lot over the next couple of days. I'm looking forward to when that comes out. Especially that's it. It's great. And there has actually been some leaks as well for like the actual screenshots from the game. There's obviously not going to be able to tell too much from this actual stream because of the compression, obviously over YouTube. But on here we've got a little screenshot from the actual settings page. So it seems like it's fully playable with mouse and keyboard. I'd be interested to see how well it translates to a keyboard and mouse experience. In terms of web swinging, I can see that being pretty good. Before I carry on, Jerry, have you ever played the PS4 version or the PS5 one at that rate? Or have you never played
you think?
Spider-Man?
What do you think? I'll tell you the answer. But what do you think I'm gonna say? I've been on here for a while. We talked about video single player games for a while. What do you think my answer is gonna be?
Well, Spider-Man came out on PS4 in 2018. So there's a 4-year window where you could have played it at some point in passing at least. Or
So
am I making it up?
I completed about 75% of the game and then I never passed it.
Oh, okay, that's fine. As long as you're familiar with like the gameplay in general, that's what I was like trying to get at. So I could maybe see like the web swinging translating pretty well with a mouse and keyboard. Maybe, I don't know. I'll try it out on both, see how it is. But what else have we got in the actual thing on here? So then, and here we go. And this is what we care about. What's that?
The thing about this game, you learn combos. You unlock, as you progress, you unlock new combos, new moves. And then if you don't play it for a while and you try to get back into it, the enemies are difficult and you don't remember any of your moves, so you don't know what the heck you're doing. So it's pretty hard to get back into it.
That's why you got to tailor your entire gaming hobby to just this one game for the entire time until you finish the entire game.
Yeah. I can't do that, dude. I'm dumb. I like multiplayer games.
Yeah. I feel like that way when I go into Witcher 3. Because I'll play a bit of it and not play it for months, and I'm like, I have no idea what's happening right now.
Yeah, I can't parry for anything.
I don't think I was any good in the first place, but yeah. But back on here, so we can see we got a nice little screenshot as well for the actual settings that we've got on here. So it is actually an RT tile, which is something I'm going to be quite interested to actually test out myself. Does it? I can't remember if they confirmed if it does support DLSS. I believe it may do, but that'd be another thing I'm interested to take a look at. What about FSR? Is that something we've seen for this one?
I don't see it on here.
I think it's only got a couple of the settings on here, so it's not exactly going to be fully detailed. But if it's at least DLSS, that's good to see anyway. But for a game that came out in 2018, you would have hoped they've optimized it well enough within that sort of time frame. But I'll let you guys know when I post my review next week. And we had some other screenshots as well posted on Reddit. And again, it's not really going to do it justice because we are like looking at it through a live stream, so there's going to be some compression. But we got this one here. What was the other screenshot we got? And also this one, which kind of, again, YouTube compression sucks, but we can see a bit of RT going on with like the reflections from this building as well. But yeah, I just thought it'd be cool to take a little look at that. It's kind of difficult to get a certain buzz for a game that's like 4 years old at this point, essentially. But to see that experience coming across to PC is going to be something that's quite interesting to actually see. But I'm curious to find out.
The nice thing about PC is you got to push it as far as your rig can go. So even though it is an old game, you get that completely new experience of it being the best quality it can be on your system.
Now, the original version did have RT on PS4, so that's the one slight change. But you never know. Like, I'm going to be interested to try it out, especially on the Steam Deck, to see how it holds up on that kind of like level of like hardware. But yeah, so like to be honest, I'll probably play it just as is on Friday when it comes out, and then I'll probably spend the weekend working on it. I will be contending with the heat as well because it's going to be 32. I always feel bad saying what temperature is in the UK, and then like yourself, Jerry, like, oh yeah, it's like usually that every day for yourself. So I'm like, oh, I can't really say too much. But over here it's pretty hot over the weekend, so I gotta be a bit contentious with that. But yeah, and then I get the review up next week, and then you guys can find out for yourselves exactly how the game performs on PC, which would be pretty good. Yeah, is that gonna be one you're gonna wait for a sale on, Jerry?
Of course. I already own it on the PS4, but I might wait till I get a Steam Deck to get that game, and then I'll probably wait for it to go on sale.
Nice.
I still haven't got God of War yet, which is something I eventually want to try.
How much is that going for on Steam now? It's probably...
I haven't even looked. I've been playing Diablo 2.
You've been caught up with that. Why is it on Steam now? Let's take a little look. Yes, I'm born on 1st of January, Steam.
Dude,
I think Steam thinks, damn, everyone's born on the same day. Okay, it hasn't really dropped in price over here. It's still going for $39.99 in the UK. So it's probably the same price as it was when it launched for yourself, I'm guessing. Yeah, give it a bit of time. There was a 20% discount on it a couple of weeks ago, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Wait for the winter sale, and maybe that'll be a better time to get on it. But yeah, I think that's about me for the stream right now. Like, did you have anything you want to top off the stream with, Jerry?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you for everyone that subscribed to my channel. You guys are dope. And thank you to everyone that watched this stream. TechLab UK, you're awesome. Piece of Us Vlogs, you're awesome. Welshy Tech, I don't know if you're still on, but you're dope as well. Amazon Must Buy, that's a crazy name, but you're cool too. But yeah, I just appreciate everyone that supports us individually and collaboratively. You know, they're cool.
It all goes a long way.
Yes, sir. And I just want to say congratulations to you, to PC Jack, for getting engaged to your fiance.
Thank you.
It's a crazy decision. Good luck. Let me know if you need any advice.
I'm sure I will let you know. But yeah. So you got anything to plug before we head off for this evening? You got anything coming up this week?
Yeah, just if you guys want to check out my live stream tonight, I'll be playing Call of Duty Vanguard. A piece of his vlogs might be on there. Who knows how his schedule is. My cousin might join the squad as well. Gotta rank up that battle pass if you guys want to see us play Call of Duty. And if you don't like watching video games, you just want to talk with us, feel free to drop in the chat. Got a video on Friday coming out, the PNY 3060 non-TI.
Nice.
Be this card right here. But,
sweet.
Yep. Either way, thank you guys. Look at that.
You're bored over there with 2 GPUs. It's crazy.
I know, it's crazy. Too bad there's no more SLI.
What can you do?
But yeah, that's all I got to plug. Anything,
sweet.
If you want to send that off, feel free. Here's your chance. Let's go.
It's cool. So yeah, thanks for stopping by for the stream, guys. If you enjoyed it, then please feel free to like and subscribe for more streams on the way very soon. As I said, we'll be back to streaming next week, Tuesday at 7 PM BST. And if you're after more content, you obviously check out the videos on my channel, and then you can check out the videos on Jerry's channel as well, on Top 3 Entertainment. All the links for those are in the video description, as well as links to our Discord channels if you'd like to talk both with myself and Jerry on either our Discords. They're great places to hang out and just talk shit, you know, it's great. We all love to chat about GPUs and random stuff like that. And yeah, and Jerry, we need to correct something for next week. We need to actually remember to do the intro at the beginning of the streams again. Oh, yeah. But we'll make up for it now when as we close things out. But yeah, thanks for stopping by, guys. We'll figure it out for next week. I got the intro right besides the actual video, but we'll figure it out. But we'll see you guys next time. It's fine. So there it is. We got the video going now. That makes up for everything now, so it's okay. So see you guys in the next one.